here with me sports 100%, where the baseball is gonna be hard, but we're gonna do it. So let's just keep our heads on straight. This is Anna. So the person I was saying earlier was Anna, was not Anna, and I'm very sorry to that person. Okay, I know a few of the names of those people here. I saw Jake in there. Abby, I think. That's about all. Let's focus on just batting now. I'm gonna probably try and be a little more goal-oriented and quiet and focused in this episode, so stuff like that doesn't happen. So this might be rather quiet. Sorry about that. There's a lot more of this curving stuff happening already. We're less than a minute in, and this episode has already gone just disastrously. Thank you for counting that as a foul. Not that it mattered at that point, because it wouldn't be a strikeout. Oh my god. Wait, this is so much harder already. Please don't catch that immediately. Oh my god. It's been a foul start, everybody. Every pony. Is that the second time I made an every pony joke in this playthrough? I think it is. Well, let's see if our pitching mastery continues to serve us well in this one. Like I was saying at the end of the last one, it seems our ability to pitch has been a little more good than our ability to bat in this so far. Nice catch, not a go. One out, maybe we can do the same thing that they did to us and get a full clean sweep before even one single run. Annette is just on her feet as the ump back there, or the whatever the actual position that is. Catch that, easy. Nope. I thought Felix had that in the bag, but he didn't jump for it. Even still, just a single. Fine by me. Okay. They're doing a little better against my amazing pitching tactics so far. I might have to start mixing them up at this point. This is going to be so difficult. Oh boy. Let's do that same pitch again, see if I hit it this time. No! Okay, so it seems that maybe doing it all in the same spot is not the right play. Or only alternating between two different pitches is not right. That's enough for an out, right? Surely. Yes, okay, good. So they haven't gotten a point either. Okay, so we're all on the same page here. This game is basically just one inning shorter. Nothing else has changed. Dude was a pretty star player for us batting-wise last time, so there's a decent chance of me getting an early home run here that really works out for us, but I'm fouling it in two completely different ways this time so far, so that's not a good start. Ooh, thank goodness they dropped that. Otherwise it would have been a quick out for the do. Those two strikes are now out of the record, mercifully. Wasn't a good start to this second inning either, but I've brought it back a little bit here, so we might be able to just start accruing some points. They probably won't catch that. It's moving pretty fast and might even be a run. Good stuff, Cyril. Oh, home run. I mean, they go all the way. I was like, why are they going more than two? So not used to them going any more than one or two. Nice! It was an opportune time for a home run. It was looking pretty grim before that. And we're still at 0 outs here, so we've had a pretty stellar beginning to this inning, in other words. Oh, well, I mean, the very beginning was not great, but everything past Dudu's first two fouls was not so bad. Of course, led into that by Dudu's wonderful single that he got right at the beginning. Damn. I just couldn't help by sending it just early to the point that it would go right into Mike's awaiting palm. Nevertheless, we're up already, so it could be worse. Wasn't expecting it to curve that way in the slightest. Went way too late there. Their beats knocking it into their hands, I suppose. It's going pretty straight and pretty high up, so probably the back outfielder is just going to catch that if it isn't a home run. Oh! Saved by the skin of our teeth there. That was really close. It like barely cleared the railing. But this is my impression that we got from the training ones was that as the pitches got more furious, in theory, that may lend itself to you hitting farther returns more easily, because you have to swing pretty accurately to even catch them at all. Please don't catch that immediately. Oh, that would have been a pretty solid double otherwise. Nevertheless, 3 up on the first inning where either of us scored any runs is not terrible. But they got really close to scoring some last time, so I got to be on my pitching game here and not do stuff like that. Double. Just the anxiety of waiting to see if it's a triple or not. I was saying last episode that it's kind of weird that they punish you more for what happens out of your control on the AI turn rather than rewarding you for getting more points on your turn. But even then, I'm not like super great at knowing what I'm doing to make my bat go as far enough to be a home run. Sometimes I feel like I've hit it pretty hard and at the right angle, and it's still counting as mere. Well, not even just singles or doubles, but it'll go far enough that it is easy for them to catch, because it'll go right at the precise angle that one of the outfielders is standing. So I don't have a good grasp on either of neither the pitching nor the batting in this. I wouldn't say. I've probably got a better grasp on the pitching, but I don't know. I've got a better grasp on the mechanics, the specific mechanics of the batting, but not what I should be doing to make sure that it doesn't go super, super high, I guess. Because I don't feel like I'm swinging up whenever it goes high. I feel like I'm just swinging sideways like I always do. And yet sometimes it will go so high that it basically just falls slowly into their hands. It's a catch from to do. They only got 1 run there, so we're on to the 3rd inning. This match is actually moving by at a pretty quick pace. Could be another 100 points for us, or I don't know how they decide it. If we can just pull ahead a little bit and then not let them get any headway on the final inning either. That went so much slower than I was expecting. A strikeout is probably inbound. It's a foul at least. If it had just been a little to the left, it would have been an amazing home run. Sort of fix this all up. Ooh, another foul. Better than the alternative again. Watch me send it right to the left and quivers at the first diamond again. Oh no, that was... Ugh. Okay, so that was nearly a home run, and was far enough that it'll be a double at least. Wipe those 2 awful strikes out. That could even be a home run. Oh, a net. Splendid work. Good. 2 more points for us. Pulling ahead pretty considerably already. And we're still at 0 outs, so we have all the time in the world to make that even better. Even still, even if we won by like 7 points each time and that was always 100 points, we have to do that like 7 times, which is easier said than done. Is that barely counting as an in? Oh, wow. That's some luck right there. Is that a double or a triple? Double figures. Nevertheless, it's well primed for the next person who's definitely going to get a home run, which will be to do. He's done it before. He can do it again. That wasn't a home run, but he's just warming up, folks. You haven't seen anything yet. That also wasn't a home run, but you know what? Planned. I knew they were going to drop that. And so did Dedu. Dedu knew. He knew. Anyway, some considerable power and timing on that, just timing for the wrong direction. Oh boy, that's going pretty high, and I'm afraid he's going to get caught. Is that a foul, actually? Yes. That was a foul line. Good, because if it had gone any more to the left and been in. Oh! That wasn't good. I think if it's that low, I probably could have left it, and it would have counted as a ball. Oof. Again, it's we've right in between them, so this will be a double and get us just 1 point, I think. But again, queue us up for a few more. 1 run would be pretty awesome, considering how loaded these bases are. They aren't all the way loaded, but they are 2/3 loaded. They are like a good... Whoa, that was a sharp dive from team leader and pitcher there. I really want to be going early here so it goes way over to the left, and that doesn't happen again. Even still, for them to get 5 points up on the last inning is dreadfully unlikely, I would say. Especially if we go with our little strat where we throw hard in the same direction twice in a row. Now see. If this were the AI, they would definitely catch it. Because it's me. Nice one, Ingrid. She like slid to the side when it hit her. Did you see that? Almost been falling with some power. Really, that's kind of the ideal. What just happened, if for the batter, is to get it, just weave it in between the back outfielder and the left outfielder, so that it counts as a double, because that's the easiest thing to do. That's much easier than a home run, I think. So sometimes when you do a fast one, then you do the exact same fast one right at the same time in a row, they're not ready for it. And then you swap it up and go with a light one, and they're not ready for any of that. Okay, 2 batters out. They got 1 person on second, which is something we can handle, I think. Just 1 more strike here I need here. We'll close the game out in our favor. Bueno! And that took 11 minutes altogether. That's most. I mean, that was a pretty fast-paced one, but most of it taking around 10 to 15 minutes these, so it does take some time. But now for the game to give us a seemingly completely random skill increase. 90, sure, why not? 569 remain, but now we have to tackle Lucia. Good luck us, I guess. I don't know what to say about that, because I don't know what I'm doing. For half of this. The pitches are getting a little more complex each time and like unusual, so that one was pretty straightforward, but I was expecting it to be unusual, so I hit it wonky. The way they look at the camera, like, this kills me every time. Ah, damn it, I'm trying to hit it like, I mean, I'm doing this, but my hope is that it will go like up. Hang on. Maybe actually try swinging up. Well, I hit it at the wrong time then. This is the thing, it's like, you would think I would have this understanding from the batting practice, but the batting practice never makes you hit it so that it's hard for the outfielders to catch. And that's something that would actually be useful to know. The training exercises are really weird in this game about whether they choose to teach you about stuff that's actually pertinent or not to the mini game. So well, it's usually pertinent, but like a few steps away from the most important thing. The most important thing when I'm batting is not actually, as far as I can tell, being able to control whether I hit it left or right, as they make you do in that one minigame, although that was a fun one, swing control. It's much more important that you be able to hit it specifically where the outfielders aren't, and that's consistent, so it's weird that they wouldn't just give you a practice one of that, but I digress. Let's try and win now, shall we? Not looking good, they've already got 1 point here. And so they're going to be ahead of us on the inning, the first inning. And it'll be a mercy rule if I let them get to 5, so let's not have that. Let me just try doing 3 in the same position here. Are they hitting it more readily because I'm doing the same one in a row? I actually can't tell. I'm kind of assuming a lot in this that I probably shouldn't be. It seems like, yeah, if you hit the same kind of pitch over and over, they get wise to it. I'm only kind of sure that alternating it was helping. I mean, it did seem like it was helping, alternating it even a little. Alternating it sometimes and then going the same pitch in a row a few times. Oh, if he'd caught that might have counted as an out. Fortunately, it's only a single, so no further points yet. If I can just get one swanky out, that would be nice. Now let's do the same direction, but just lightly. It's sent it pretty high. Are we going to catch this? Good. Nice moves, Annette. They only got 1 point ahead of us, okay? For some reason, I seem to suck a lot in the first inning and then do a lot better in the other ones. I guess because I'm getting my first inning, I'm like getting used to the pitcher's style because they all throw kind of differently. If I'd hit that not with the tip of the bat, then it would have gone over Marco's head probably, and we would all have been much happier. Well, except for Lucia's team again, I guess. I didn't mean to say Lucia's team again. I meant to say Lucia's team. Oops, I did that again. And it just all blended into the same sentence. That's maybe a home run, and if it isn't, it's probably going to get caught. Home run out of nowhere. At least we can get to that 1 run that they have. But we're already 1 out, down, or in, or whatever. There's 1 out. So if we're going to make any points to get ahead of them, we got to do it before we get out twice, which is not impossible, but not necessarily super likely for my track record. But it ain't going to stop me from trying. That was more what I was trying to do earlier, but it was a bit too early. I went right into the foul, but it was enough power and timing that it would Could have been a solid home run, not unlike that. That's really good. So 2 home runs now, neither of which had any bases loaded for them, just raw home runs out of the blue. Have brought us into the lead here. In an unexpected turn of events, I think it's safe to say. But I mean, if we just hit home runs every single time, then we get points. I'm very lucky that Lucia RNG'd to not catch that, and the other 2 as well, that dived for it. Whew. That was just about perfect to be a home run. I just had it was a hair too early. It went off the tip. If it was a second later, it would have been an amazing home run on the left side, I'm pretty sure. One lesson that does seem to have stuck from... one of them bounced it into the other one's hand and it counted as a single, not an out, therefore. One lesson that I have kept from the home run practice seems to be that it's easier to get home runs on the left side, or the opposite side of whatever handed you are, because that's the direction you're swinging and that's where the head of the bat is going to be. Oop! Oop! We've got our bases loaded pretty well here. If Nautigo can just pull it together and get one really sick home run here. Well, that won't be good. Please be an out, foul, I mean. Oh! You're out. Had a lot of opportunity to get some points there, but I failed. We're still in the lead, but I don't have considerable confidence in keeping it. At least it's only a single. And my character, Ash, probably would have caught that if he jumped for it, but again, I don't know if there's... I don't imagine you actually have any control over them when the outfielders at that point. I think you're just controlling the pitcher, and it's just pure RNG if your characters do the right thing or not. I'm just letting them only get singles. If I get three outs here, then it won't amount to anything, like ours didn't. Oh, I was like, why didn't that person in the orange shirt catch it? They're not on our team. They don't have to. In fact, it would probably be bad for them if they did. I have no idea what the rules on that are for someone from the other team who's on a base catches the ball. I assume it's not allowed. Okay, we finally got one single out, but their bases are still loaded, so one home run from them spells doom for us. That was not me trying to throw it, but you know what? It counted, so can't be too upset. Wait, doing the light one, they like never swing at it. Is that a thing? Hold on. Just doing the lightest throw I can with this curve. Maybe that's the one to just be spamming, is that hold left on the D-pad, hold B, and just lightly throw it. Right, well this is going to be an extremely close tussle here. If I don't get any points here, then I have to make sure they don't. Basically, we're back to 0-0 here, but just with one inning left. And I've already fouled, so I'm at a disadvantage when you think about it like that. But when you think about it like that, immediate home run and we win. Bam! I'm cool with that. Whatever the case, we're probably pretty likely to get up to 500 experience by the end of this, bring us up to halfway through this whole baseball journey of ours, or well, halfway up the skill requirement anyway. That's actually the halfway point of the journey is probably pretty debatable. That could even be a home run right there, just barely. Good. Debatable because the later ones are probably going to take a lot more time. We're going to be losing and sort of struggling a lot more. With so bowling and golf, you're only going against yourself, right? You're not going against an adversary, whereas boxing and tennis we were. And we didn't lose very often in boxing and tennis before getting to pro. And this one we haven't lost at all yet, I don't think. Ah! Kind of let it go just like 1 inch farther. Anyway, yeah, we've not lost at all, I don't believe, any of the matches here, but it feels like we're gonna, and it's gonna start really dragging our experience down. But yeah, it happened like once or twice in tennis, I think. But it's not been too common that we have a negative skill change in this playthrough so far. Right, well, so I gotta just keep them from getting 2 points here. That's really my main priority, although if we win by just 1 by the 3rd inning, it seems to be bad for us. So if I let them get even 1, we're probably going to be back down at like 7 experience increase, maybe even a negative change, but right, sorry. Were we saying that They never catch the light one? It seems harder for them anyway. Let me try spamming it for the rest of this. Pointing in the direction that's away from them and doing the gentle one. No, they can hit it. Hang on. Maybe it's just because I've done it too many times in a row now. I think alternating was the way. I'm just going to be flopping my way through this entire thing and trying to figure out what the rules are the whole time. And I'm probably not going to manage it before we hit pro. I'm going to be guessing all the way through. That's alright, though. Okay, so they're very primed here to quite easily get 2 points. So I have to be ridiculously careful. By which I mean ridiculously aggressive here if I want to be sure that we're not going to get caught up here. Ooh, what's in a double? No, it's a single. Good catch, net. Okay, uh-oh. If ever there were time for the pitcher sweat animation to happen, it'd be now. Oh, damn, that's a double. They've already tied us. No, it's still a single. We still have a chance to win. What do I do? If it's not a foul, then we'll catch that, surely, right? Oh, it's a foul, okay. Okay, okay. Oh, this stands on the edge of a knife, this one. Nope, it's over. No! Single. Still only counted as a single, so we could tie it, but surely that's high enough that we can catch that and it'll be an instant out. Come on, you got this. Oh, good job, Mercy. Okay. We're really going down to the wire here about whether this is a draw. This person got an out and a strikeout, so if we can keep that that train going, we can end it in a draw. So what does a draw do for our skill level? I can't imagine it's especially good. Oh, plus 51, okay. It's not as bad as I thought anyway. I was assuming it would constitute a low decrease. Oh, this is going to take forever. All right, Daisuke. Let's see how your pitching skills are. I have been doing a pretty poor job of batting so far, though. Oof. Welp. Case in point. Did you see they did a little twirl before they threw it, just for flair? Come on, Ingrid. You've been the one who's been saving me every time I make a mistake, a horrible, horrible mistake in this this bout of baseballs we've been baseballing so far. So it's definitely you who's gonna get us the big points. Cyril has been the one who like randomly crits and gets a home run though. So there's always that possibility. Starting with a double anyway. At least we've got some bases. We've started way too many of these games by getting 0 points in the first inning. So if we could just have a change on that, please. Nope. Ooh, that was straight on. Backfielder's gonna catch that for sure. Damn. Once again, an inning starting with 0 points. Well, you're pretty good at pitching, it seems. How about your batting? What if I do that again, because you missed just now? Nope. Well, okay, well. We'll never miss this. Probably. Or sometimes we will. It's a sick joke, I swear. The way it counts whether you drop your outfielder drops it or not. Haru, oh, you're cute. I feel bad that I have to do this to you. Never mind, you're also extremely capable. Right, after I lose this game, do you want to maybe hang out and go to a restaurant or something, Haru? Kaboof! It's contingent upon me losing this game, though, so that, oh my god, so it's a win-win. If I win the game, then I won the game, and if I lose, then I get the chance to ask a pretty girl on a date. That's what humans do, right? Surely not. Goats would never do that, which I am not one of, which is why I am doing the date asking. Like a human. Anyway, this is going great. This Rachel person looks a lot like our Ingrid me from afar, which is probably why I've been mixing them up. I feel like it's happened once or twice. But I seem to be messing up my hold B, hold right, and whip it pitch a lot. Or getting it into an immediate out. Finally, one out. Oh! Okay. And now let's swap it up all of a sudden and go nice and gentle. It didn't pan out. Whew, okay, we got some lucky outs, but then them just batting it poorly, such that our people on first and third caught it. Okay, time to get more than 3 points, we hope. Oh, come on, Mercy. Always our star player hitting the random home runs. Oh, no. but no. All right, well, you never seen anyone bat like this before, have ya? That's probably because it doesn't work very well. So that was me. I did that, right? I swung up, and it went right into the ground. So this is why I feel like I don't have control over the height of it. It always seems to do just whatever it feels like at the moment. I mean, that was... I swung it up like that, and it was like... That was the farthest down, the hardest, like, downward angle it's ever gone with. If I literally, like, swing it up like this, maybe... Can we get some height such that... I'm not sure you can control the height at which you swing in this. I mean, that was, like, up that I did that. Anyway, 2 singles. Home run will tie us here, so... You know what to do in that. Just kidding. Home run, easy. As long as they don't do that. Whew. At least it'll be probably a single there. Bases are loaded. So you know what to do, next person. Home run this. Come on, not a goat. Haru's watching. I just suck at baseball while Haru's watching. Oh, you might, actually. Ooh, the luck. The luck. They finally messed up the thing that I always do. Oh, no. Well, they messed up by doing the thing that I always do. They didn't mess up the thing I always do. They did the thing I always do perfectly, which is get caught easily. No, wait, sorry, that's not right, which is catch it. They messed up the thing that I always mess up, which is catch. Anyway, they missed. But we still have our bases reasonably loaded, so another a home run here would be intensely desirable. So I'm going to keep going for these strong plays, even though it keeps fouling us. Oof. That was the right angle, but again, for some reason it went just right down instead of up to the bleachers as I was aiming for. So we're still down. Whew. Whew. And if they get up as far as 7 points, it's mercy rule out on us. So let's not have that happen, we hope. That should be an easy catch to do. Yes! A good start to this inning for us. Or end to this inning for us. This is, okay. At least you jumped for it. I'm worried. Let's just leave it at that. I'm worried. Oh, not a goat. Are you going to be able to handle this? I'm not sure. Seemingly not. Well, you tried anyway. No one can blame you. She's pretty cute. I don't blame you for being a little bit distracted. Try a splitter, because those are really hard. That's like the really low one that I find hard to do. See if they find it similarly hard. If I just A and B, then punch it. I guess really the splitters are harder if they go a bit to the side. So I should have done that instead of sending it straight. I shouldn't be changing my tactics now also is what I shouldn't be doing. But let's try again. Holding left and A and B. A splitter that goes off to the side. I don't really know. Oh, I guess it counts as a strike because they swung at it. And it doesn't if they don't swing. That counted as a fastball instead of a splitter? I'm surprised. Maybe it's about how hard you swing or something. So A and B and then right and then a hard swing? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm starting to think that the strategy I had before of doing B right and B left wasn't actually helping me tremendously, and I was just doing it because I was used to it. Maybe the splitter is good. I mean, it does seem harder for them to hit. Just like swing it like mad and hold A and B and right. This is how you pitch. I'm pretty confident. Right, well, we got to get a pretty significant lead all of a sudden here, so let's just not flub it. That should be easy enough. Oh boy. That pitcher looked like they were sweating, but I don't really understand why when they're have such a strong advantage here. That was enough to count as an out, isn't it? If it had taken a second longer, I'm sure it would have been a single. So anyway, Haru, there's this nice place. It serves like a roasted kind of exotic grass. I think, I don't know. It's an acquired taste for sure, but you might like it. Does that sound like fun? Minus 38. Oh boy. Okay. So, what did we learn? We learned that I'm not very good at this. Or at least Nanago has nothing distracting her now, because Haru's not around. So she's gonna make the big, awesome plays like that. This is gonna take forever. Just getting to 5,000 on this. There's so many random elements to this baseball one. And I'm not saying that it is entirely ungameable. Because if you were good enough to just get a home run every time, you would just win by mercy rule very easily. But as soon as it goes to, well, if you're not hitting home runs, then there's a lot of RNG in how well the outfielders do countering you. And if you let it go as far as you having to pitch, well, I guess you always have to pitch, regardless, at least once, but the pitching feels like it has a lot more randomness to it, because there is a way to bat a ball that they cannot catch, like a home run, for instance, or just weaving it in between them. There isn't a way to throw a pitch that they definitely can't hit. Well, there is, but then it's RNG if they swing at it or not, and if they don't swing at it, it's called a ball, and it's bad for you. But the rest of it is just feel like just a lot of waiting around for them to mess up and hoping that your outfielders don't. But, hey, we'll get through it. But yeah, weird how, even taking all that into account, it's weird how restrictive it is with the amount of skill gain you get for how long these matches are, especially. Winning by like 1 point gets you like 50. I mean, just doing some math there, that one that went pretty fast was 11 minutes. So let's say it usually takes about 12 minutes. And if you're getting 50 experience per match, assuming you only win by like 1 point each time, then what's 50, 20 times, it would be 20 50s makes 1,000, right? Yeah, because 2 50s is 100. So 20 times 12, 120, 240 is, we're approaching, so well that's 4 hours, isn't it? So 4 hours compared to like the half hour it took us to do the boxing, but then I suppose it would go a lot faster if you were better at hitting home runs and stuff. But considering there are so many random elements and your opponents are so much better than in the boxing one early on. Like when you look at the boxing one, we didn't have to like play the game until like skill level 600. Like no one even fought. Whereas this one, like the very first match, they came out swinging, literally. Anyway, it's just very, very weird how different the baseball is paced compared to basically every other sport in the thing. But even though we're struggling, we're not so far off ever getting to pro. I don't think. I think it is just going to take maybe even a few more episodes than I bargained for. And I was worried about it somewhat, just because I remembered it being like this, which is why I saved it for last anyway. One final sprint, marathon sprint to the end. They're throwing a lot of straight ones here, so it should be pretty easy to get a home run by going a bit early, but if I go too early, it will be like that. Oh, we were already at 2 strikes at that point anyway. Might as well have gone for the big plays. That could even be a home run. I think it's going too high, and it probably will just fall into their hands. Yeah, no. I never can tell until I see where they're standing, and if they're standing right at the back, then I know it's got a chance of being a home run, but they were standing a few meters away from the back, so no chance at all. Is that not a foul? Oh, sweet. There'll be one more run for us then. Just scraping back a lead here. Ooh. I didn't want to say anything to do, but you've been pretty sharp with those home runs. Yeah. 2 more up at 4. Oh, we could even mercy rule it. No, it's not. We only mercy rolled after their pitch, right? This is our 2nd inning. I mean, if we got 2 more points and then they didn't get any, then sure, but that seems little unlikely. Every part of it, actually. Eek! Bugger. Hardly an unassailable lead, but a likable one. Them getting 3 in 1 inning isn't too common. I wouldn't say it's exactly uncommon. I'm sure it has happened to us a few times, but usually we're keeping them down at somewhere from 0 to 2 points, especially with they keep doing that. I hope they do that again. This is the video game experience. I hope they do the thing. Ooh, we might even be able to catch that. No, it's going way too far. Ah! Still only a single. You would think they would put some kind of like quick time event where it's like press A to catch the ball. So it's not just like completely random if your character misses it. That was an excellent jump, Ash, and should probably have counted. I understand you were trying to avoid smacking the other person in the head, though, so I appreciate that. Oh, they didn't get... Oh, it's another single. Their bases are loaded. Just 1 out here, and then all their work this inning will be for naught, but 1 out, home run, it'll be for way more than naught. Okay, we did 1 there. Let's try again with the going slow right after. All right, that's tricked them somewhat. Now we go fast this way. And caught by Sylvain. Good. Okay, they didn't get anything on us that time. So we're still at a pretty likable lead, and we can probably bring it up to a considerable lead. If we just snatch a few more last-minute points here on the 3rd inning, which means I have to do better than that. That was a pretty good angle. We're going to catch it quickly, but they had a chance of missing that, in which case it would have gone double and perhaps even triple, depending on how long it took them to run over there and get it. The outfielders do seem to run pretty slow, on both sides, I mean. Like, no one really, like, sprints for the ball. They're like, well, I mean, they already hit it. I may as well just walk over there and get it. I do especially love it when one of them trips and the other one's like, I'll do it then. They're like grumpy, bored teenagers who were forced to play. Like, none of them really kind of want to be here. They're like, I'll get it. Oh, I missed it. Fine, Jerry, you go. I'll just go die, I guess. It's really, really low energy, and none of them are really feeling it. Anyway, we brought this up to a pretty likable lead already, with 0 outs so far. Got 3 more outs with which to, or 2 more, I guess, with which to bring it up to a redonkulous lead, as I believe the professional term is. And I got striked out. Damn. I don't actually know what it means when an exclamation mark appears over the pitcher's head. I assume it denotes some particular kind of pitch, because it was happening consistently when I was doing that one kind of pitch earlier, but I don't remember which kind it was. Not in substantial lead, and we hope that they don't get too many points here, and they do that a few times, and then we'll win by 5 points. It'll be like 80 experience or some number, probably some double-digit number. Random home run is not good, but at least they didn't have any bases loaded, so it is definitely another situation where I'm sure that technically, being that it's a computer program and has a lot of consistencies to the way certain elements work, you could definitely learn to do this perfectly so that you could throw a pitch that they can't return and all, or do it consistently enough that it wouldn't matter and you would pretty reliably win. But the game is very sparse on telling you what you're supposed to do to make it harder for them to hit it, you know? The game skimps out on like a lot of the important details. They're like, well, if you swing early, it goes to this one side, and if you swing late, it goes to the other side. It's like, all right, cool. How do I make my guys catch it? Like the AI does. And the boxing was kind of the same. It's like, they're like, if you dodge, you get a powerful move. It's like, okay, well, when were you going to tell me that combo attacks were a thing? And some of that, I think, is intentional, and it's kind of cool that it sort of forces you to intuit a lot of the rules. But it does occasionally lead to times like this where I was pretty sure they wouldn't get any this time, and they've gotten 3 runs already, and they're catching up to me, and I don't know what to do differently. And I'm once again on the verge of imminent loss when I had a massive lead seconds ago. Thank you, Sylvain. Just one more out, we'll do it, and we'll win by 1 point, which gets you some quantity of experience. Right, they barely caught that. Let's do that again. And now let's try one real slow the other way. Mix them up. Okay, yay! We win and stuff. A long and hard-fought journey it will be. That maybe 100 experience? Oh no, we won by 1 point, so that usually means you get a very small amount? Yes, okay, so that is the rule. If you win by just 1 point, your experience is down at like a single digit or maybe 10 number. If you win by 2 points, it goes up to like 80. And then everything beyond 2 points, it stays at like 100. If you tie, it's like 50. Which, wait, hang on. Tying gives you more points than winning by 1. Why is that? Oh, we're against the same team because we only got 10 experience. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Should have seen that coming. There's just a lot about this that doesn't really make sense to me. Because I assume it's not just taking into account the relative scores. I assume it's also taking into account your moment-to-moment, how many like home runs you hit versus just getting singles and stuff. But it doesn't say anything about it anywhere, so... I'm left to just observe that I got more skill experience from tying than I did from winning. And I don't really understand. At least I'm connecting all of these. They're counting as fouls instead of just straight strikes. Damn it! I had to say it. And we found earlier that I had an easier time hitting the balls during that the awful 14.5-hour one when I was like lying down on the ground, looking like on face level with the screen. But I don't want to do it again, so that's part of why I'm not. It wouldn't be a very dynamic looking final few episodes. I were just lying down the whole time. Is how it feels to me. I was trying to send that up, and I sent it right on the ground. It didn't feel, because like with the tennis, you very clearly like swing up to send it up. Whereas with this one, I think it's more about the timing. I don't think the way you swing, like the strength at which you swing the bat really does much in this game. And I tried earlier, I did literally that, and it went right down into the ground. So I think we can be pretty confident that I don't have manual control with my swing on which way they bat. So my best guess is that it has something to do with the timing, but if my character is always swinging it sideways, I don't understand how the timing makes it go more up or more down, really. And that's fine, and I probably won't understand it. And we are just absolutely sprinting headlong toward a mercy rule here that I'm not looking forward to. Nice one, Sylvain. Lucia has been a significant opponent in all this. When it was her team, it was very hard fought, and every time she's been up to bat, I think she's hit it pretty well. Except for this time. Yeah! But they've already got 2 runs on us, which is bad. Oh, was that another first inning that I passed without getting a single run? That's not good if so. Now the pitching is a little different. I think the way you swing the Wiimote does actually also have some motion, because I did the same little flick there both times, and one time it sent it curved more to the side, and it counted as a ball than the other time. So I think the curve of your hand also affects it. So there are like a lot of different factors at play. There's the D-pad direction, A, B, or A and B, and how hard you swing it and what direction you swing it. So the pitching is super complex, and probably could have gone for a training segment or two. It almost feels like this game should have had, separate from the ones where you get medallions, those should have been labeled like challenge modes or something, and then the game should have also had a slightly more interactive tutorial than just swing the Wiimote like it says at the start of the game. Because there's a lot of this game that, even at this late juncture, is still a bit opaque to me. Whereas, the tennis is so ridiculously intuitive that it barely needs a tutorial, but... The boxing and the baseball especially, and maybe even the golf to a point, could have had a bit more said about them. And perhaps the bowling, but the bowling's pretty self-explanatory in how twists work and stuff. Uh-oh. One good home run or double or something here would bring us up to a tied score. That's gonna get caught instantly.
You're out.
Meaning I'm gonna have to match and beat their score in the third inning if I don't want to lose again. But we haven't lost any of them yet. We've only ever tied. No, did we lose? No, we did lose one. No, that's wrong. We lost Haru. Whatever match had Haru in it. Because Nadago was so distracted by her whimsical charms. This is not going well. Maybe if I just mash the D-pad and the buttons randomly, I won't even know which thing I'm doing, so how could they? Actually, it seems to always do that, if I'm doing that. Wow, that goes so far around. And then sometimes I do the same pitch like 5 times in a row and they totally biff it, so... I'm never sure quite how much variance I'm supposed to put on. Okay, so, third inning, still at 0 runs. All we gotta do is get 3. 1 run for every out. That's easy. See how easy it is? My nose is starting to run, and this is like just a really bad time for that. Yeah! Come on, they won't catch it. Okay, good. Well, at least we got a single. Come on. We can bring this back. We've gotten many a point in one singular inning before, so it's not unheard of to imagine that we might pull this back, but it's also not a given thing. Oh, right, and then they get another pitch after that, so we don't just have to match their score. Oh, golly. We have to match their score and hopefully beat it by enough that they don't get any next time. Of course, it's not unheard of for us to have gotten them out without any runs on their inning as well. So even if we do tie them here, we still might be able to... It's not looking good. Nope, it's not looking good at all. Oof. RNG saves the day again. A home run here would be pretty likable. Nope. That's the game. How much of a skill decrease is that? That's 2 decreases in a row we've had, isn't it? And I can't even blame it on Haru's adorable face this time. 33 again. Admiral, at least losing only loses you, like, 30. Why are we going up in skill level? Wasn't the last opponent was like 400 and something? Why did we go up to 550? Oh, I'd like to get up to 500 skill points by the end of this episode. Last time we got up to like 320. So it'll be a smaller increase if we get to 500 this time, but that's my new goal for the end of this episode. That could even be a home run. That was friggin' far. Not a bad way to start. Not a bad way to start at all. Yeah, it's weird also that you get fewer points for a mercy rule. You would think that's the more impressive thing. But that gets you as much as a tie. Why is that? Or at least, no, did we get more for the mercy roll the second time we got it when it got to more than one inning? You would think getting a mercy roll in the first inning is even more impressive. You had them beat from the get-go. I don't know. The way experience is distributed in this one is really weird, is the point. But that's not news at this point. Damn. I believe we stipulated, and it hasn't come up, obviously, because none of the other sports were nearly this hard. We stipulated at the beginning of this playthrough that the minimum gain in an episode was 100 experience, such that even if I was doing really poorly, there was still like a hard limit to the number of episodes it would take. And I don't remember, we started at 350, 320, something like that, so we're still, if we get it to like 450 again, we've still made that 100 experience minimum requirement. But I'd really like to get it to 500 here. Feels like a good place to leave it off on this episode. I was planning to record all the way through to the end of the playthrough today, but that seems like it's going to be a bad idea because I'm going to tire myself out with these first few recordings. I was expecting it would take us maybe 3 episodes to get through this baseball one, and it's looking like it's going to take probably a few more than that. On the whole, though, this playthrough has gone faster than I anticipated. I was saying at first that I was thinking it would take us like 40 episodes or something, and so far, this is what, episode 26 or 7 or something like that? So we're probably going to be done by around the 30 mark. Which is because I anticipated myself inching along incrementally on the medals a lot more, until I realized how tedious that would be, basically. Alright, so 1-0 up on the second inning for us. We've got 1 base loaded. This could be the recipe of a very good inning for us upcoming. That was a pretty easy one to mess up. A pretty hard one to mess up. It was pretty easy to hit. Basically just straight on. Nothing complex about it. So, anything less than a double I would have been ashamed of. I was really hoping for a home run, actually. The way I hit it and all. I thought it was perfectly aligned for that. There's also the whole thing that, depending on where it curves, hitting it early is not necessarily what you want to do for a home run. Where if it's straight on, hitting it early is the best for a home run because it goes to the left, I think. You know, provided you're a right-handed player like myself. But for, if it curves in certain ways, then hitting it late is more the right thing for a home run. That wasn't bad, though. It's probably another double. Getting us up to a decent skill lead, a point lead. Sorry, my words are all over the place today. And queuing up for some more good batting action here. Sweet. Nope, not sweet. Sorry, I didn't read that angle right at all. That was only our first out, though, so we've still got time to... Oh, that went so much slower than I thought. I disagree again. That was not a fastball. Screwball is a more appropriate name. That's what I thought the Ash one was doing, was something a bit more like that. So that's yet another double, bringing us 1 more run and queuing up the next quite well. This is the second inning of doubles. It's our first second inning of doubles we've had. Adigo's history on this game so far is a home run, so let's see if she can repeat it. This game just loves cutting me off before I've even done saying the hopeful thing. Ooh, not good. It went directly in the middle to the outfielder. Still, 4 points, 4-0 is cool. Let's make this things up here a little, shall we?
Single. Single. Ball. Foul ball. Strike. Strike.
Right, so what we were doing at some point was we were just like, shaking it back and forth like this.
Strike.
How does this do? You just shake it like it's a drink. Oh, golly. How's that count? Well, that's a double, but it hit the railing and then he caught it. That doesn't hit the ground. Surely that doesn't... Well, whatever. I don't know what the rules of that are in actual baseball, I guess, if it hits the railing and then they catch it. I've never seen that happen before, though. Okay, well, oops. I thought I was the master of the double, but they were. Okay, so just shaking it like a martini does not help. This alternating thing... It still does feel like the best we've ever had is when we're alternating it like this.
Strike. Batter out.
And actually, you do have to hit 4 balls before it gives them the auto run, so hitting one where it's really hard for them to hit, and they're more likely to just mess it up if they swing for it at all,
Strike.
has some merit. Because it becomes a strike if they swing at it, even if it was going to be a ball. So just kind of doing the splitter and throwing very gently like this seems to be a hard one to hit. Maybe once they start hitting it, then you go for a random fast one out of nowhere. And then you go back to splitter. I don't know what the optimal strategy is. And I could look up some guides and stuff, but I kind of feel like we're doing all right trying to work it out ourselves. So we've already got a lead. What we're trying to do right now is make it stupid. Make it a stupid lead. Not bad at all. That's an instant home run, isn't it? Lightning bat, lightning bat. Good thing I got the Blue Lions by my side. They'd never do me wrong. The Blue Lions and Cyril. Oof. If they'd missed that, it would have been a stellar start. That could be another home run. Just barely not, but still. Likeable to the extreme. I think our plus 100 skill gain bringing us up to 500 could very well be this time. I didn't have to hit that. Let's try bunting one, why don't we? While we're up a bit. No better time to experiment, right? Than when you're winning. Like, does that count as an out or a single?
You're out.
Okay, so what's the point? I don't understand how that works then, clearly. I figured because it took them so long to go over there and get it, that would surely be like a single. And I don't understand how bunting works, really. I don't know what you would do to make the bunt do the good thing. I guess you'd have to... the only way the bunt would work is if they ran up and then like they did the thing where they RNG to drop it, I guess? Ooh! Well, not a horrible note to change sides on. And this splitter tactic, I think, if mixing in the random splitters that go very light, is working out for us.
Single.
So let's do one of those now.
Strike.
Why not? Because they missed it. Let's do another.
Ball.
They wise enough to not swing for it. Are they going to be that way again? They swung for it and got out.
You're out.
Let's throw just one more of these splitters, and then we'll go back to curveball for a sec. Splitter. They swing and miss. Curveball. Might be catchable. Nice. Let's go back to splitter. This is not a bad strategy we've got going so far. The splitter there
Strike.
for a bunch, and then to wear them down with these just awful misses because it's really hard to hit, and then throwing a curveball in there.
Foul ball.
And then a light curveball maybe, or screwball, or whichever this one is I'm doing. Curveball should be a pretty easy catch for the AI, and for us, who knows? Well, I guess it's also our AI we're having do that. They missed it naturally. It was Dedu who did. Well, it wasn't Dedu's fault, it was the Dedu's AI's fault. Any one of our people would have missed out there, I'm sure, not just him. I'm just gonna do this again. They keep missing the swimming for this and flubbing it, so that seems to have a reasonably high level of success. Winning by 4 points by abusing splitters. What experience gain does that constitute? If it's anything like 80, then that'll still be 500, and the highest we've gotten so far, 90. Sweet! This is the most complicated... complicated? This is for sure the most complicated experience line we've had in any of these minigames so far, but I'm gonna call that there. They's tough, this baseballin'. I estimate it will take us 3 more episodes to get to the pro. If we're inching up by like getting 1 or 2 wins each time and losing a few. That's what? 1 or 2 wins bringing us up by around 200, and then 2 losses is down by 60 or so, about 140 each time. It would take us roughly 3 or 4 more episodes. So I'm being a little optimistic there, probably. But who knows, maybe by the next time I come back to this, some of that will have crystallized and I'll be a little better. Even still, all 15 platinums, other 4 sports are at pro, and this one we're at 500. It means we're close. It means we're close. So that's all for now. Next video on the channel is going to be some more of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, so do look on out for that. And thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I will see you around. Admiral's going to be out of here now. Peace!
Your Honor, there is no need to go along with these ever-changing claims of the defense. I suppose their claims have been awfully inconsistent. Danny could have been at the crime scene. Yes, but
Single.
you'll get to see those balloons of ours if we sit the caller back to the witness stand.